Hey now, I'm back with another exclusive trading system that is unlike anything I have ever tested before, either for myself or the channel. This complete trading system was inspired by a video from the Secret Mindset channel and shows a lot of potential that can be further exploited with my extremely popular optimization tips. And if you are not subscribed, then this may happen to your trading account. I call this system Anchors Away, and like most trading systems, it can be adapted to Forex, crypto, options, stocks, indices, or any instrument that has significant volume and market participants. This trading strategy utilizes just one free TradingView indicator and one TradingView display feature. As always, the link and settings to the indicator is listed in the description below. The only indicator that this system uses is the Anchored Volume Weighted Average Price, or Anchored VWAP. This indicator is accessed in a different way than any other indicator on TradingView. To place the Anchored VWAP on the chart, you are going to click on this left toolbar menu item and select Anchored VWAP. Then you are going to click on the specific candle where you want the origin point of the indicator to be. The VWAP consists of three bands: the middle blue band, which is the actual VWAP, and the upper and lower bands that are set to one standard deviation of the VWAP line. The Anchored VWAP was created in the mid-90s by physicist Paul Levine as part of the Midas forecasting system. Unlike the standard VWAP, which has its origin point as the first candle of the trading day, the Anchored VWAP allows you to specify exactly which candle is the indicator's starting point. I am going to keep inputs and style at default. In Anchors Away, the Anchored VWAP will provide our entry triggers. The second item to add to your chart are events. You can right-click anywhere on the chart and then select Dividends, Splits, and Earnings. These specific news items will act as our precondition for entry. Let's go over entry criteria and review some examples. As always, system rules and details are listed in the description below. This chart is Apple 15-minute Japanese candlesticks. The rules to enter along on Anchors Away are: first, we are looking for a news event, either a dividends report, earnings report, or split. Here we can see a D, which signifies a dividends report. Second, we wait for the candle to close where the news event took place and put the Anchored VWAP on that candle. Next, we are going to wait for at least 5 candles to close. Finally, the trade is entered when price closes outside the standard deviation Anchored VWAP band. Our rules are met when this candle closes. That is our trigger candle. We place the stop at the previous swing low and target 2 times risk. If you enjoy this content, make sure to click the like button, and the previous trend continues to our profit target. I have one more long example. There is a candle that closes when an earnings report is released. The Anchored VWAP indicator is placed on that candle. Then wait for at least 5 candles to close. Enter on the first candle that closes above the upper Anchored VWAP band. Everything converges on this candle and it serves as our trigger. Place the stop at the previous swing low and target 1 to 2. And this example hits the profit target. Now we flip to shorts. This is what I will test for shorts. First, we are looking for an earnings or dividend report. Here we can see an earnings report. Second, after the candle closes where the news event took place, the Anchored VWAP is placed on that candle. Third, count 5 closed candles. The final short entry rule requires price to close below the lowered Anchored VWAP band. All of that happens on this candle here. That is our trigger candle. The stop is placed at the previous swing high and target is 1 to 2. And this example hits the profit target. I'm going to show you one more quick short example. We can see a dividends report and a candle close. The Anchored VWAP is placed on this candle. We wait for at least 5 candles to close and enter on the first candle that closes outside the lower Anchored VWAP standard deviation band. This is our trigger candle. The stop is placed at the previous swing high and the target is 1 to 2. And after some time, this example hits the target. I'm going to give you some fantastic ideas on how we can improve this system along with a trader's landing score. And now it's time to do what I do. If you enjoy this content, hit the like button. Remember, this is a limited amount of tests on 4 instruments. If you are thinking of using this system, please do extensive back and forward testing and be sure to let our community know what you discover. Due to the nature of the preconditions of this particular system, I tested this on 4 equities: Apple, Con Ed, HSBC, and Tata. The combined results were derived using 15-minute candles. It took a little more than 4 years to find the 77 setups, and I am going to share with you how to change this system to get many more setups. Anchors Away had a 58% win rate and a very nice profit factor of 2.78. The total gain on account, risking 2% per trade, would have been 114% gross. According to profit factor, the best results were on Tata, but this could be due to many different factors. So the equity curves here are less useful than usual due to this dataset. However, what we can quickly conclude is this system has potential. What score would you give this strategy? Let me know in the comments below. I give this system a trader's landing score of 7 because it uses key market events for entry. More often than not is on the right side of the market, but on its own, entries are few and far between. But I'm going to show you some different methods to get into many more setups with much better results. Remember, the enemy of great is good. I have 5 ideas on how we can improve this system. First and foremost, there are many more ways to get into this market using this system. What it comes down to, as Marius says, is where do you want the anchored VWAP to start from? You can see on this chart that if you change the system around to only take longs when the 50 is above the 200 EMAs and the anchor is set to every candle that bounces off the 50, you would have taken about 10 successful setups during this huge bullish trend. Conversely, if you want to trade more news, you can simply use the same system whenever news comes out on a particular asset, and you can check sources such as Twitter, Bloomberg, CNBC, or a standard economic calendar. The principles remain the same. Furthermore, another way to determine your anchored VWAP starting point is look at volume itself. On this chart, you can see these huge spikes in volume, which typically serve as good places to put your anchored VWAP indicator. Second, no system exists in a vacuum. Look at this losing long setup that could have been avoided by clear and obvious resistance into the 200 EMA and price level resistance. Third, building on the previous point, you can up your game by adding in market structure. Here is a losing short setup from the test. An experienced technical analyst would not take this setup until the price broke either of these 2 lines. Fourth, you can simply wait until after the news and look for an additional trend continuation that is confirmed by hidden divergence. Here we can see clear hidden bullish divergence, a higher low on price and a lower low on the RSI. This is followed by the expected trend continuation. Another way to enter is actually placing the anchored VWAP on the 5th candle after the news event. You can see here it would have saved you from this false long signal and gotten you into this huge bearish move. Check out this playlist for more profitable systems and have a great day because you deserve it.